again.
Welcome back to Switch to Linux. Yeah, the kitty's back to sipping and drinking. We are testing this out on the laptop because it's entering that time of the year that it's low power mode. It's going to be something we need to turn on from time to time. And this laptop can do a. This laptop is good enough. However, still have this weird thing going on with the power module. When the power's turned on, it toggles on and I don't know what it does. But it does all sorts of weird stuff in the system. Somebody's getting feedback on our guests. Does somebody not have headphones on? So I'm going to mute people for a second. So when I turn on power, everything gets all fritzy and slow and weird, like it's constantly toggling the power on, off repeatedly, really fast. If anybody knows a possible solution for that, let me know. We're on Linux Mint. But if I turn the power off and it's running exclusively on battery, hey, no problem at all. So very interesting. We are also, though, testing this on Nextcloud Talk. And just because I built the Nextcloud server for the video the other day and I had it going, let's go ahead and see how it works. And, of course, I can also monitor the power usage. Right now we're doing roughly 4 megabyte per second on there. I'm still getting some feedback from somebody. I don't know who it is, but it's causing everything to reverberate. Muted. So you're muted? Okay. So one of the fun features is it will automatically show the person that sound's coming through. So it must be Ricky that's giving us the feedback.
It's gotta be.
How's it going, Ricky? Also, this is going to start the time of the year that we're going to do the supporter streams on Wednesdays for a while. And just because there is a church I go to around where I'm going to be next week that is, they start their service, the midweek is Thursdays. So we're going to do Wednesdays for a while. However, is the time still okay? I know Dan said the time's not as good. So do we need to push the time back an hour? Does that work for people or not? I think the aliens from Signs just showed up. Okay,
yeah, I was going to say.
Talking. Okay, we're getting a lot of feedback. Is it on your end, Ricky? Yeah, I muted it so the stream can't hear it anymore, but it's bad. It's really bad. Ricky, I think it's on your end. Yeah, see, he muted himself. And then see if you can figure out something different with audio. Ricky, with Nextcloud, you have to be wearing headphones. It doesn't do as good of a job as Jitsi does at filtering out the sounds and such. So see if you can find some headphones. And I didn't have any specific agenda, except one thing came to the forefront. We need to talk about Rumble because they just did something really stupid. Kind of pisses me off, but I can completely understand where they're coming from. And for that reason, I'm not super mad at them, just a little bit mad at them. They have decided very quietly, without any announcement and without telling anybody, that they turned off the syncing over a month ago. And so for over a month, none of the midweek videos from any of my channels ported to Rumble. So I'm contacted support, hey, what's going on? And they said, oh, we took that down. Well, why don't you tell us about it? There's Reddit posts about it, but I'm not sure a lot of people are aware of it. Now, it does make a lot of sense because if they allow people to upload to YouTube and then auto sync to their channel and people aren't monitoring their channel, then what's going to happen there is Rumble's going to become like BitChute. BitChute has become nothing more than a backup for YouTube, and that is why it has died. And for that reason, I can completely understand. But a little bit of communication, especially since I'm a paid user of your platform, a little bit of communication would be good. Of course, the other factor is their payout stopped working again. And apparently they're outsourcing their support to idiots. I contacted support and I very clearly said in the email, in fact, hey, you know what? I actually have my other computer up here. I can actually read the email. I sent out the email and I said, I've accumulated several $100s in my account again and still do not see any way to request a payout. Cannot be processed. Is there a way to request this from the website? The help doc says there should be a button, but I am not seeing any. All they did is pointed me to a help doc, and the help doc actually just says, the help doc that they give me just says, as a publisher, you won't find a cash out button in your account because withdrawals are handled automatically. You'll receive your payment when your settled earnings reach a minimum of $50 for the previous month. To illustrate, if you're, it just goes through your illustration.
Does that include locals too?
No, that's just Rumble. The problem is I have $600 in my Rumble account, and I've had $600. Well, I've had over $50 in my Rumble account for 4 months.
I'd be pointing my van in their direction and go wring some necks.
Yeah, I posted some stuff on Twitter and tagged them in it to see what's going on, because it's like, if it's automatically going at $50, fine. That's fine. Great. Let's process it. If it's not working, so I mention in my support question to them that says, hey, I've accumulated several $100s. Why is a payout? Don't link me to a article that says it'll be processed at $50 when I've said several hundred. Several hundred is greater than 50. Their system is not working.
Rumble rants or advertising?
That is both. So all of the people who have given me Rumble rants for the last, I think, 6 months, I have not seen a penny of that yet because their payout system is broken. And the thing is, I agree that if they just make themselves an automatic backup to YouTube, they're going to hurt themselves. 100% agree. The problem is, Rumble itself, particularly for a young creator, is not a viable option. It has zero discoverability. Everybody who has a big channel on Rumble built that big channel on YouTube and ported their audience to Rumble. But those Rumble people don't use a lot of Rumble because the website is an absolute mess. They go to their favorite creator, they watch their stuff, and then they go back to YouTube. So I completely understand it is a catch-22 situation. Something here needs to be resolved. The challenge that we have, though, is that we can't sit down and say, well, the whole problem is we're just the backup. We don't want to do that. So let's quietly turn it off. So all of these creators had things automatically synced. It stopped automatically syncing. So you've probably missed out on a month of content of mine if you're watching only on Rumble. So can we upload directly to Rumble in the future? Absolutely. We'll add that, as I remember, we'll add that into the workflow to make sure it's not interrupted, but it does irritate me. The thing that irritates me the most is their payout structure. For advertising such, that's like they put anywhere between a 1 and 180 day hold on your money. That's up to half a year. And that's why I waited several months to reach out to support, because, 90 days, okay, publisher. The challenge is, these are not advertiser dollars. These are Rumble rants. The transactions have processed. They're in my account. That is money that people have given to me as a creator. Why is Rumble not processing those orders?
Sounds like a Sam Frankman-Fried thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm not totally mad about it. I am irritated that they did not alert us that function was going to stop.
They're hanging on to your money and trying to make more money with it rather than giving it to you.
They are. And if enough people stand up and go, hey, where's my money? They'll probably find themselves in a little bit of a scandal, but ultimately they have the capability of putting a publish now button or a payout now button or request a payout button like every other site has. Use it, but we don't have it. And then the other issue, of course, is the way they do their account creations. You create a main account and then you create channels under that account, but the main accounts are also searchable. So there's 98 people subbed to Switch to Linux, the master account, which is this rumbled mishmash of garbage, but there's about 2,000 people following the main Switch to Linux channel. And so for that reason, it's just like, fix your system. And you can't just pull away the good functionality for the paying customers without telling them and maintaining a broken system. And that's kind of
that's what I'm afraid of about the future, is you're going to get into situations just like this one where you'll have nothing but AI that actually addresses your issue, and the AI just tells you to go blow smoke somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, rather than actually getting a hold of a human to fix your problems, you get run around in circles by an AI, which is similar to a telephone, call that just runs you around in circles.
Hmm.
And
Absolutely. Yeah.
I see this coming because I returned a portable DVD Blu-ray player that I ordered because it was on sale, and it was a no-name brand one, but it was a nice unit. And I got it home and I couldn't get it to work with Make MKV or nothing, and it wouldn't play Blu-rays or nothing. And it played DVDs, but they'd skip every now and then. So I went and ordered a Pioneer one, a name brand one, and it works perfectly. So I put in a return request to send the first one I bought back to Amazon. They received it. They sit on it. They acknowledge they see it, but now they don't. They're according to their schedule of payout, I don't get credit for my credit card for a month from when I paid for it. So they're sitting on my payment for it for a month.
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely. So I don't know. It's a little frustrating, but not a ton. So I'm not about to jump Rumble or but at the same time,
It's your money. It's $600. It's worth complaining about.
Yeah. That it is. How's
And
my
you're
dad
paying
doing?
for the service too.
Yeah, I am paying for the service that they have broken my functionality. It is the hardest one to stream to. It is the one that gives us the most problems. And they're holding on to money that people have explicitly given me because they're trying to support the channel.
You have every right to be upset.
Yeah. So we'll see how they manage it. And it's Thanksgiving, so depending is their support going to be here or there. And they actually responded to my first support question really fast today. I replied back and said, yeah, I have hundreds of dollars in the account. Everything is set up right. I was receiving automatic payouts for a few months, and then it all just stopped. And then I sent that out several hours ago. Haven't heard anything back, but I'll update you guys next week when we hear back from them. Let me jump in on comments unless anybody else wants to jump on and say
Which
anything.
state are they out of?
Their payment process still goes through Canada, but allegedly they moved to Florida.
If they don't get your money on its way to you, I would send them a letter, tell them you're going to put this in front of the Florida Attorney General's office.
I don't want to do that yet. What I'd rather do is see if we can't get the attention of the big creators that are running exclusive on Rumble. Particularly, I think one of the first one was like Viva Fry. They're lawyers that work with Rumble, and Viva Fry and Barnes worked with them to create their policies. Saying, hey, y'all are holding on to my money and giving me stupid support requests is probably it. So if anybody has any connections to Viva, maybe I'll do that. Maybe it might be worth going and becoming a paid supporter on their locals channel just to bring it up. I don't know. But I mean, to be fair to them though, last time I wasn't receiving a direct payout as quickly as I should have. I sent them an email and within a day they were processing it. It's a holiday week. I'm going to give them a couple days to figure it out.
That kitty can't go outside, can he?
No. He can look out the window though, all he wants.
I just wanted to make you aware he was there.
Yep. All right.
Is my sound coming through okay?
Hey, that sounds a little bit better.
Hot.
Okay. I mean, this is the least I can do. I got a new pair of headphones coming this Friday.
Yeah,
because my old headset died.
Yeah. There's my pad for my headphone that fell out. I was like, I didn't know where it was. I was going to look for it later. I looked down and it was right there on the floor. Look at that. Get it now before the cat decides it's a kitty treat.
Yeah, I'm quite a bit older than you guys and had been burned quite more often, so I'm a lot saltier.
I'm pretty salty, but I'll give him a very, very slight pass as long as things are forward in motion. So usually they've been responsive, but we'll see what's going on. Commodore Fan has Happy Turkey Eve, everybody. Yes, I hope you guys all have a happy Turkey Day. Trying out a new trackball tonight. Very nice. Very good. Is Linux a turkey now? Hey, penguin, turkey, they're both birds. Don't know. I'd want to eat a penguin meat unless I had no other choice. Yeah, you know. Hey, Salbuzon, how's it going? He just flew in with the cockpit.
Yeah.
Did you upload that cockpit to the, or did you use the one of the ones that were
There is no
supplied?
in this Nextcloud thing. There is
Yeah, you used
uh,
Nextcloud one.
yeah.
Me too.
It doesn't seem to support adding your own picture,
You
or it's turned
you
off.
can if you have an account. Since you're all viewing it as a guests, then there's no option there.
Yeah.
It's Thanksgiving.
and also
You've invited all the homeless in.
Also, I think I'm the only guest who actually has my nickname as the username. I'm not the guest.
How'd you set that? I could not figure that part out.
Me neither.
It's in the settings.
The hamburger settings, 3 dots.
Yeah, I looked all over it. We couldn't find it.
I'm not
Yeah.
seeing anything.
Okay. Bring in ears. That does not
that's,
help. Yeah, let's
part
see.
of,
Happy Thanksgiving to all those in
yeah,
Burgerland.
in the,
There you go.
So if you open the text chat, there is a details tab up on the top, and in there you have an edit.
Details. Okay. Found
Remember to Razzy's Realm says, remember to invite a Raiders fan to Thanksgiving dinner. That way you're guaranteed to have at least 2 turkeys at the table. All right. Let's see how the battery's doing on the laptop here. It says we got 24 minutes left, so I don't know. We'll see. And then we will attempt to turn on the power module and see if that works, but I have a sneaky suspicion it will not.
What type of laptop is that, if I may ask?
It is a Dell Inspiron 15 3000 model. Has a Ryzen 5, I forget which model number, Ryzen 5, like 5300U, I think, and Radeon and AMD graphics.
Not bad.
So, works pretty well. The only weird thing is that power issue.
And does it inspire you?
It very much inspires me. Yes. Rumble needs an RSS feed. Yeah. They need a couple of things over there. Did anyone else see the truck that blew up on the Canadian border near Buffalo? Nope. Didn't see that one. That's exciting.
Oh my.
Linux Open Arms CPU. I don't know anything about it. Let's see. He asked me about hardware. I don't know. Rumble's making interest on your money. Yeah, and that's why they're holding it. It's got to be. I don't know. I think there's just something. I think they have some fundamental issues in how they're doing things. Do I use leashes for the cats? I have leashes in case I need them, but the overarching philosophy is you don't ever let the cats outside, and then they never want to go outside.
Mm-hmm.
They took your $600 along with a bunch of other people's $600, and they went to the bank and they bought a 6-month CD and put the money in it.
Yeah, there you go. We'll get it in 6 months after we've made 15% interest on it.
Yeah.
Speaking of Rumble, we got 16 watching on Rumble. That's the good part about them. Although we have 27 on YouTube, so. Cookik says, hello, world. Rumble is nice, though. There you go. Happy Thanksgiving. What are you thankful for? I'm thankful I have computers and power in a desert, although we are entering that mode of low power zone. So. Hello, Quantum. It notified me you're online. Very nice. Tom is not salty. It's called technoyance.
Yeah.
Technology pisses us off.
Nice.
Its tech breaks constantly and nearly ever works. There you go. I like it. All right, and over on to Odyssey. We're having Odyssey this 13 currently watching. All right, hello, people. Picture's looking good now, but need dinner. All right. Sound was freaking the kitty out. No, Rumble pays big content creators. Yeah, I think that's the problem, is that they're relying, the problem is that they don't have enough to keep people, to get people to the site, to keep them on the site. You'll go over to watch your favorite creator and then you leave because the site is a mess. It is a mess. And so I think
And
that's
I
the
also
problem.
think that part of the it's they are, and I think they are suffering from the same issue that people who are using Facebook have. There are alternative social media sites, but everyone is on Facebook, and it's the same for YouTube. Everyone who you care about is on YouTube, in addition to all these other smaller sites. So it's gonna take a lot to change that. I'm not even sure it's possible to change it.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, for those who are unaware, my YouTube channel surpassed the 800 video mark just a few days ago.
Who did?
Nice.
Awesome, Ricky.
Oh, you
Mhm.
did? Awesome. Very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Eight-
Ricky, I am still subbed to your channel.
Oh, I know you are. You told me once before.
Yeah, I refuse to remove it, even though I don't get to watch every video.
And just about like over a week ago, I made my official Odyssey debut, by the way, for those who don't know. I have a gaming channel on there. Right now, I'm doing a nice little playthrough of Doom 3.
Oh boy, my battery just hit the red zone. I'm gonna try turning the power on. Let's see what happens. Last time I did this, it did not turn well, but let's see what happens. You'll get a chance to hear, I think, what I'm talking about. Like, we were really hearing it in our chat. Although sometimes it works fine. I don't know. Get an exercise bike in the van like they did in Soylent Green. Make your own power. There you go. I could do that. Equivalent of YouTube that's open source, runs on distributed file system. Yeah, I mean, we have PeerTube. Yep. See, there goes the craziness. I'm gonna turn off my camera. See if that helps. Well, did I turn off? Oh, I think I turned off Dan's camera. I'm sorry. I'm gonna turn off my camera now. Uh-oh. Yeah, so you can hear how jolty it is now. It's as soon as I turn that on, everything goes haywire. Hold on. I gotta turn that back off. Because OBS dropped down to not feeding enough data, the camera system stopped working, the audio system stopped working, the whole computer just goes to this jolty on off on off on. It's weird. I have no idea what causes it, but it's anytime the computer is on power. So so that's why it started buffering for everybody watching. And it says we have 1 hour of power, but the battery's indicating critical. So it's bouncing anywhere between 18 minutes remaining and an hour remaining. So
wow, what a colorful goulash on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a colorful guy.
don't worry, you'll get good view in about 10 seconds when the ad runs on YouTube. So
There you go.
and let's see. With this all running though, we're running about 6 megabit per second of bandwidth, and then our system's 3%. Users that were at 35% of our memory usage, and we're about 75 KB write speed to the disk on DigitalOcean on the DigitalOcean monitoring.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I guess we'll just power on until the computer about shuts down, and then hey, that'll be the end of the stream, folks.
Yeah.
Because that's the fundamental problem with this particular computer is, for whatever reason, I can't plug it into power. I've tried two different power sources, both pure sine wave inverters. And then I've also tried the DC. I thought initially it was an issue with the DC's power system, but it wasn't the DC. So, but hey, at least we can though get a stream done, and I can get some video stuff done without without running the huge streaming computer, because this is the time of the year. I have about 6 weeks where the battery runs really low. The whole global, we don't have enough angle on the sun. We'll only draw in about 1 or 2, not even 2 kilowatts of power a day to run my entire system. So, yeah, gotta do what we do.
So essentially, what you're saying is that your normal production machine is basically resting for now.
Not universally. Today was just a test to make sure it still works, and also I didn't want to have to mess up, the regular Jitsi feed on that one to get this going.
Yeah.
I want to see how long we can run a stream for. How long is the battery system going to last? It looks like we started about an hour ago. I turned the computer on about an hour ago, so an hour of multiple devices connected, running video conferencing, things like that. The battery's down pretty low now, and I'm trying to remember. I don't know if it was full when I started, and that was, I think, the biggest problem. I think we were only at like half when I started. See, right now it says 16 minutes remaining, so we went from hour down to 15 minutes.
Okay, yeah, that battery's about to go out.
Problem is I own a Dell. Shame, shame, shame. No, Dells actually have treated me really well.
Mm-hmm.
This is the system that we've had to...
Reminds me of a screen.
What's that?
It reminds me of a screenshot someone posted not too long ago, a few months ago, in which something was clearly wrong with the indicator of how much battery life was left on the laptop. And it said it was 5% left battery power left, and it could go on for 60 days or something on 5% left of battery.
We just dropped to critical 4 minutes left. So everybody say goodbye quick, and then we're going to go ahead and jump over to Jitsi for the after stream hangout with everybody. So if you should still all have the link, same link we've used before. So we'll go ahead and do that. So everyone say your goodbyes and read our final stuff in here, because it says computer's going to shut down very soon unless it's plugged in. So goodbye, everybody. We're going to shut everything down pretty quick. All right. Stream
night,
somewhat
everybody
successful.
on YouTube.
And catch you guys later.
Goodbye, quick.
YouTube's going away now.
Fine.
And then everything else will go away as soon